number.
This is DJ Nova G, and this is True Spit TV. And I got Calico here on One-on-One show. And we right now about to give you some more knowledge. Something that you didn't know. Now you're going to know it. Take it or like it. All black excellence every day. What's up, Calico?
What's up? What's going on?
You tell me, man.
Well,
just give it to him.
Well, today we're going to talk about Mr. Clarence Thomas. He's a Supreme Court judge, only black on there right now, a black man, conservative, the most conservative on the Supreme Court. Right now, it's 9 members on the Supreme Court. It's 6 conservative, 3 liberals.
There's one chief.
Huh?
It's a chief.
Yeah. He's been on the Supreme Court for 30 years. George Bush, daddy, the daddy Bush nominated him for Supreme Court. He replaced Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall was the first Supreme
Which
Court.
one is the chief one? Which one is the chief? I guess it's like the Chief Justice Supreme Court judge.
The chief is
they don't.
I'm not sure, but he's not the chief. He's one of the higher ups. He's been on it 30 years, but he's not.
No, what I was asking, it's 8 associates. It's 9 altogether. It's 9 judges altogether. It's 8 associates, and it's a Chief Justice, Supreme Court judge or whatever.
Yeah, he's not the Chief Justice. I can't remember which one it is. He's one of the higher ups, but he's not the Chief Justice.
Yeah, I was just doing a little research on it, so I just looked at some of the stuff. I was just looking at the salaries or whatever. I think they make I think it's like 280,000 or some shit like that. I was just looking at it, it ain't even updated. I think this was like 2019 or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so I try to do my research before I get on here with a knowledgeable guy like you, because I don't want you running circles around.
Oh, never do that. That's probably I'm sure that's the salary, but that's without the extras. It's a lifetime appointment, which is one of the problems. But the issue right now is his wife, Jenny Thomas, is real political, real right wing. And all of the other justices, their spouses don't deal in politics because it doesn't mix well. You got conservative judges, you got liberal judges, but they're supposed to be neutral, not Republican or Democrat. So their spouses don't get into politics and don't interfere. But his wife is into everything. She was one of the founders of the Tea Party that came about once Obama was in there. That was the Tea Party. They tried to label themselves not being racist. They was racist as hell. And they came about when Obama was in there. Now she's one of these Trumpites, and she believes the election was stolen. That he won and was stolen. And so she was emailing his chief of staff, Mark Meadows. She was emailing him notes saying, we got to fight this, and they're trying to steal the election. What are we going to do? And that all went into planning the insurrection. Really, it was an attempted coup. And so then when it all came down, and then once Trump lost, and they got the January 6th investigation committee, they started to investigate. And then Trump said he didn't want to release all the memos and the emails and whatnot from that date or leading up to that date that had to do with the January 6th. So it went to the Supreme Court. Now, even the conservative judges said, yes, he's need to release this material for the investigation. Clarence Thomas was the only one that voted and said, no, he doesn't need to release it. This is before everybody found out that his wife had sent all these emails and was at the Stop the Steal rally right before the people went nuts, right? Mm-hmm. So really what that is it's a conflict of interest. He should have recused himself, but he didn't, which is wrong because everybody was saying like, well, why would you vote to say he shouldn't release this paperwork when that ridiculous thing happened? So all this other information came out that his wife was there, and all that. So now he's saying, well, I didn't know she was there. Come on, man. They've been married they've been married like 30-something years. They call each other their best friend. He knew what she was doing. He knew she was there. She been a nut. Supposed to be smart, and then you got all these theories. The election was stolen, and QAnon theories. She's a nutcase. He should have recused himself.
Okay. So,
he needs to be impeached.
Can I? I'm gonna elaborate you on this. So, do you think that he's cooning himself, or you think that she's kind of pulling the strings and playing puppet master?
Oh man, she been pulling the string. He been man. Listen, he and Candace Owens about the most super coonest out here. And he probably pretty much beats her. If it's anything to do with black people, he votes against it. And then this is what he is, super coon. He went to school with some affirmative action, and then he voted against affirmative action. He's just terrible. The Boondocks. If you watch the Boondocks, he's Uncle Ruckus. That's who they patterned him after.
He Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, in Django, that's who my man Jackson played. They pretty much after him. Clarence Coon Thomas.
Okay, so homie's a coon. Is it any other situation where you peep this coolness out besides the Trump deal?
Well, the affirmative action, anything to do with voting rights, they've blocked him, knocked him down. He's voted with the conservative group to knock down voting rights. You don't need to have this, don't need to have that. And so it slowly dismantles your right to vote, right? And so anything to deal with that, he votes against it. I mean, he's just terrible.
Now, what I want to ask you and want you to educate the viewers on, how many judges is in the Supreme Court?
It's 9. So right now, it's 6 conservative and 3 liberals.
Okay, how many is? They look like me and you.
1 right now. Johnny, the female, Miss Jackson, is up to be nominated in there right now. She'll get in there, even though a lot of Republicans is just showing their racism just blatantly. She'll be in there, so she'll be the first black female, but the second black on the court. If you want to call Clarence Thomas an African American.
So how long he been a Supreme judge or whatever?
30 years. He went in 91.
So he been in there the longest of any other black man or black woman.
Oh yeah. I think Thurgood Marshall was in there maybe 25, something like that, maybe. So Clarence Thomas has been in there quite a while. It's a lifetime appointment. That's one of the problems.
That's something to think about, Calico. Like, my antennas is going up, and I'm like, they keeping that nigga in office for a reason. I mean, this is how I'm viewing it. I know how you looking at it, and you got the right to, but I really don't even know this brother, but I can just see it's something fishy about this, because if he's been in there for 30 years, he must have been pleasing a lot of people, and it wasn't in our favor as in the black community.
Well, so once you get into the Supreme Court, you either retire or you die. It's a lifetime appointment. You don't have to run for re-election. There's nothing they can do unless you do something extreme. And what he did by not taking himself out of that vote, not recusing himself, was really wrong. And lawyers, when they go to law school, they take a course, and he knows better. He knows what that is, and that's why he hid all this information. He hid what his wife had been doing. He should have recused himself. The lawyers take an ethics course, and so this is a course itself that's in law school, and they take this and it teaches them all that, and they know the rules. Like, a lawyer can't go in there and tell a blatant lie. He can be this bored, right?
Do you think that his marriage Do you think like that's real love, or do you think like it was arranged, and she like his handler? Well, like keep him in check, keep him directed on where everything's supposed to go if he do have this position. Because I'm just analyzing like this. He's the only black man. He's the longest black man that been in that seat for that long, right? For 30 plus, right?
One.
Oh, so there's only been one throughout the.
Thurgood Marshall was the first. He's the second. He replaced Thurgood Marshall.
That's what I'm saying. He's been the longest, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he's been the longest, and and by his background, like he just happened to be married to a white woman.
Listen, being married to a white woman.
He's an exceptional nigga. He's an exceptional nigga. I mean, you got to think. Sometimes you got to play a certain role to get into certain doors. You know what I'm saying?
If you're talking about selling your soul. If you want to sell your soul to get certain things, and that's what you want to do. I mean, that's you. If you want to keep it real, be a man, you don't do that, right? I'm not here to be calm again. I'm not here to say.
I can't see you, brother.
I know. Hold on. Okay.
Just blacked out on me.
All right. Can you see me now? Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. I'm not that it's not love in their marriage. It may be, right? That's not,
No, I know. I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you so everybody can get a clear view on who we talking about. And I'm saying, do you see love in there, or do you think that this marriage was arranged?
I think he probably loves her, but she's in charge. She's in charge, and
okay.
if she really loves,
I like how you just try to dance around the question.
No,
do you see love in there? Do she love him back, or do you think that this is, or she is his handler to keep his ass in check to where he can't step out of boundaries and do certain things that he needs to do for the black community, brother?
Well, he's never had any intention of doing anything for African Americans. He's not that guy. But she pulls the strings because, see, the thing is, when you're in a marriage, if you really love somebody, then you respect that person. And she knows she shouldn't be doing what she's doing. That puts his seat in question and in jeopardy. But she don't give a damn, right? And so she does what she does. She's in charge, right?
Yeah.
And
she ain't gotta wear that man's skin.
Yeah, right. She don't give a damn. She think it's okay, and he ain't being a man and saying, listen, you can't put me. I'm a Supreme Court judge. He's weak, and she runs the show. She do what she want to do, and he act like he don't do what she does. Come on, man. It's really silly. And he needs being.
Well, I know what you're saying there, like, and I do see a coon here, but I do also see a confused black man that's trying to play the game, and either he's blinded by success and compromising with himself, and he's just trying to play the game all along. I find it sad because that's the only spokesman that we have in that position that actually can get things done for us that's needed. Another thing I want to ask you, and I want you to like inform the people, what is these Supreme Court judges, what is they duty and what do they get done? What make them supreme in their profession?
They actually make the laws, a lot of the laws. Whenever you have a case in your county, it goes to the state, federal, and then it goes up to the Supreme Court. That's the final word, right? They kind of create the laws. It's like the abortion thing. The abortion thing and goes into courts and they come out of court. Then they finally go to the Supreme Court and they set the law. What they say is the end. So it's really an important job. And it really shouldn't be a lifetime appointment. It gives people too much power. influence, too much outside people coming in, and especially in this day and age. So it's really not a good thing. You know, there's no checks and balances. It's like really in a local court or a county court. If say you're a judge and your son murdered somebody, you can't be the judge of that case. You're automatically recused. Whether you choose to or not, you're recused. But on the Supreme Court, there's no boundaries, no laws to say they need to be recused. It's up to them. And that's ridiculous. He should have been recused without his choice. But it's up to them whether they want to or not. And it's too much power. Too much power.
Yeah, that's crazy. We gonna get back to him. You got me thinking in deep thoughts right now about this guy. Like he's an interesting figure, and I'm definitely.